There's a hidden danger that sneaks into the lives of many older adults, often without warning. You look down one morning and notice your shoes feel tighter, or your wedding ring doesn't slip off as easily as it used to. At first, you may think it's just age or maybe the weather, but swelling, what we call edema, isn't simply a nuisance. It's your body's quiet cry for help, especially when the kidneys aren't doing their job as well as they once did. Left unchecked, that swelling can steal your comfort, your mobility, even your independence. But here's the hopeful part. Food, something as ordinary and familiar as the meals on your table, holds the power to calm this storm. I'm Dr. Brian, and welcome to Channel Vital Science for Seniors. Today, we'll uncover 10 foods that don't just fill your plate. They help reduce swelling and protect your precious kidney health. When I think of healing foods, berries often come first to mind. Imagine these tiny jewels, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, cranberries, like small shields protecting your kidneys from harm. They're naturally low in potassium, which matters deeply when the kidneys struggle to filter this mineral. High potassium can make the heart race dangerously, but these fruits give sweetness without the hidden risk. Beyond that, berries are bursting with antioxidants, compounds that fight off the invisible sparks of inflammation. Think of free radicals like rust slowly eating away at metal. Berries are the polish that keeps the body's cells from corroding. I recall Mrs. Evelyn, a patient in her 70s, who battled swelling in her legs for years. She loved her morning pastry, but swapped it for a bowl of mixed berries. Within months, she noticed lighter ankles, steadier blood sugar, and, more than anything, a sense of control. Research in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry confirms this. Berry antioxidants reduce oxidative stress, a key driver of kidney damage. A small handful, half a cup to 1 cup, several times a week is plenty. Sprinkle them on oatmeal, blend into yogurt, or simply savor them fresh. Sometimes the simplest foods carry the deepest healing power. Cauliflower may not dazzle with bright colors like berries, but it works quietly, almost like a faithful friend who shows up exactly when you need them. For kidney patients, this humble vegetable is a powerhouse. It's low in potassium, so it doesn't burden kidneys that already struggle to filter excess minerals. At the same time, cauliflower brings a treasure chest of compounds like sulforaphane, which soothe inflammation, the very process that fuels swelling in the feet, hands, and legs. Imagine your body as a neighborhood. When inflammation rages, it's like a street fire spreading from house to house. Cauliflower steps in like the fire brigade, calming the flames and restoring peace. I once had a patient, Mr. James, who loved mashed potatoes, but his high creatinine levels forced him to rethink. We swapped those potatoes for cauliflower mash, seasoned lightly with olive oil. Not only did his swelling ease, but his blood sugar stabilized too. That's another gift cauliflower offers. Its fiber slows sugar absorption, protecting the kidneys from the relentless wear and tear of high glucose. Science backs this up. Diets rich in cruciferous vegetables consistently show reduced inflammation markers. Steam it, roast it, or blend it into soups. With every bite, you're giving your kidneys a moment of relief. If berries are the jewels and cauliflower the quiet friend, olive oil is the golden elixir. For centuries around the Mediterranean, families have drizzled it on bread, vegetables, and salads, not just for taste but for health. For someone with kidney disease, where swelling signals fluid trapped in the body, olive oil offers more than flavor. It offers protection. It's rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind that nourish the heart and ease circulation, reducing the strain on kidneys that are already working overtime. I remember Maria, a retired teacher who came to me discouraged. Her ankles were puffy by mid-afternoon, and she feared losing her independence. We adjusted her diet to include a spoonful of olive oil daily, replacing butter and margarine. Weeks later, she proudly walked into my office wearing sandals she hadn't fit into all summer. She felt lighter, not just in her body but in her spirit. Science affirms her story. Olive oil's antioxidants, like polyphenols and vitamin E, fight oxidative stress, the invisible villain that damages kidney tissue. 1 to 2 tablespoons a day is all you need, on salads, drizzled over steamed vegetables, or even in cooking. Think of it as liquid gold, flowing through your body, keeping inflammation at bay and helping your kidneys breathe easier. There's something soothing about holding a warm cup of tea between your hands, especially on a quiet morning. But green tea is more than a ritual. It's medicine in a cup. For kidney patients dealing with swelling, this simple drink offers two hidden gifts. First, its antioxidants, called catechins, sweep through the body like janitors cleaning up after a storm. They calm the inflammatory sparks that irritate the kidneys and lead to fluid buildup. Second, green tea acts as a gentle diuretic, encouraging the body to let go of excess water, easing that heavy, swollen feeling in the legs and feet. I once spoke with Harold, a retired bus driver who felt weighed down every evening by swelling in his calves. He began swapping his afternoon soda for unsweetened green tea. Within weeks, not only did the swelling ease, but his energy lifted as if someone had turned back the clock. Clinical studies in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirm that green tea reduces inflammation and supports vascular health, both vital for kidney patients. The best part? 1 or 2 cups a day is plenty. Drink it plain without sugar, and let it be a small daily reminder that healing doesn't always come in a pill. It can come in a cup. Garlic may be small, but it has a fiery spirit. For centuries, it's been called nature's medicine, and for good reason. When kidneys struggle and swelling sets in, garlic steps in like a skilled craftsman repairing damage from within. Its compound, allicin, reduces inflammation much like cooling water on a flame, calming the irritated tissues that cause discomfort. But garlic also has another gift. It's a gentle diuretic, helping the body release excess fluid that would otherwise pool in ankles, feet, or hands. I'll never forget Mrs. Patel, a grandmother in her late 60s, who loved cooking but feared losing her independence as swelling worsened. We added a clove or two of fresh garlic into her daily meals. Soups, stir-fries, roasted vegetables. Weeks later, she told me, with tears in her eyes, that her sandals fit again, and her evening walks around the block felt easier. Research backs her story. Garlic's antioxidants protect kidney cells from oxidative stress, slowing the progression of damage that can raise creatinine levels. Just 1 or 2 cloves a day is enough. Think of garlic as both a seasoning and a shield, flavoring your meals while defending your kidneys against the silent storm of inflammation and swelling. Few foods embody healing like fish from the cold waters. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. These aren't just meals, they're medicine wrapped in scales. Their power lies in omega-3 fatty acids, which act like peacekeepers in a body at war with inflammation. For someone living with kidney disease, swelling is often the body's signal that inflammation and fluid imbalance are working hand in hand. Omega-3s step in to quiet that turmoil, easing the pressure on blood vessels, improving circulation, and helping the kidneys function with less strain. I think of Robert, a former carpenter, who came to me with legs so swollen he could hardly lace his boots. We replaced his fried chicken dinners with baked salmon twice a week. Slowly, his swelling subsided, and his energy returned enough to let him resume his beloved woodworking. His story reflects what studies in Kidney International have shown. Omega-3 fatty acids lower inflammation and improve outcomes in chronic kidney disease. The beauty of fish is in its simplicity: 3 to 4 ounces, 2 to 3 times a week, baked, grilled, or steamed. Each bite is a step toward less swelling and a stronger heart. Nature has placed a remedy in the waters. We need only bring it to our table. Cherries may look delicate, but inside they carry powerful healing agents. Their deep red hue comes from anthocyanins, antioxidants that calm inflammation the way a gentle rain settles dust on a hot day. For kidney patients, this matters because inflammation is often the hidden spark behind swelling. By easing that spark, cherries help the body let go of excess fluid, lightening the heaviness that builds in the legs and feet. I recall Denise, a retired librarian who came to me frustrated by her constant ankle swelling. She missed her evening walks with friends because the discomfort was just too much. We introduced half a cup of fresh cherries into her routine, a sweet snack instead of cookies. Slowly, she noticed her shoes felt looser, and her evenings were hers again. Her laughter returned, carried on those neighborhood strolls. Science echoes Denise's journey. Studies highlight cherry's ability to reduce markers of oxidative stress and support vascular health. Two pillars of kidney protection. And because they're naturally low in potassium, Cherries are safe for those who must watch mineral levels carefully. Enjoy them fresh, frozen, or stirred into oatmeal. Each bite is not just sweet, it's a promise of relief and renewal. In many kitchens, a small brown bottle sits quietly on the shelf. Apple cider vinegar. It may seem ordinary, but for those with kidney disease and swelling, it can be surprisingly powerful. Its key ingredient, acetic acid, helps the body improve circulation and reduce fluid retention. Think of it like clearing a traffic jam on a crowded street. Once the path opens, fluids can move freely instead of pooling painfully in your legs and hands. I remember Leonard, a retired mailman who dreaded evenings when his socks left deep marks on his ankles. He started mixing a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar into a glass of water once a day. Within weeks, he noticed the swelling easing and his energy rising. He even joked that his legs finally felt light enough to deliver letters again. Research supports these observations. Apple cider vinegar contains antioxidants that protect against oxidative stress, one of the villains behind kidney damage and rising creatinine levels. The key is moderation. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons diluted in water, never straight, to protect your teeth and stomach. With this simple daily ritual, you may find your body less burdened and your steps a little freer. Among all the foods we've discussed, egg whites may be the most unassuming, yet for kidney patients, they are a quiet hero. Protein is vital for maintaining strength, repairing tissues, and supporting healing. But too much phosphorus, often found in whole eggs, can burden weak kidneys. Egg whites solve this problem beautifully. They provide high-quality protein with very little phosphorus, sodium, or fat, making them a safe and nourishing option for those trying to protect kidney function while keeping swelling under control. I think of Margaret, a gentle woman in her early 70s, who was worried about losing muscle. Her creatinine levels were rising, and she feared frailty would steal her independence. Together, we introduced egg whites into her meals, scrambled for breakfast, boiled and sliced into salads, even blended into smoothies. Within months, her energy improved, her swelling lessened, and she felt steadier on her feet. Scientific research in nephrology highlights the benefits of low-phosphorus protein sources, like egg whites for those on a diet for kidney disease. Just 2 egg whites a day can make a difference, fueling the body without overwhelming the kidneys. Sometimes strength doesn't come from heavy meals. It comes from something as light as an egg white. There's a reason the old saying goes, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. For kidney patients, that wisdom carries special truth. Apples are naturally low in potassium, gentle on the kidneys, and rich in soluble fiber that helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, 2 factors that, if left unchecked, quietly erode kidney health. Picture fiber as a sponge, soaking up excess sugar and cholesterol before they can harm delicate blood vessels. The result is less strain on the kidneys and less swelling in the body. I once treated Helen, a lively grandmother who adored baking apple pies. When her kidney function declined, she feared she'd have to give up her favorite fruit. Instead, we encouraged her to enjoy apples fresh and simple, sliced into salads, blended into smoothies, or baked with cinnamon for dessert. She not only kept her tradition alive, but noticed her hands and feet felt lighter, no longer weighed down by constant puffiness. Scientific studies show apples' flavonoids reduce inflammation, protecting tissues from oxidative stress, the hidden culprit behind rising creatinine and swelling. A medium-sized apple each day is enough. With every crisp bite, you're not just enjoying fruit, you're nourishing your kidneys and reclaiming comfort. Just as certain foods soothe and protect the kidneys, others quietly fan the flames of swelling. High-sodium foods, canned soups, fast food, salty snacks, are like pouring water into a cup that's already full. The body holds on to every drop, swelling painfully. Then there are high-potassium foods like bananas, oranges, tomatoes, and potatoes. For healthy kidneys, these are nourishing, but for weakened ones, excess potassium can build up dangerously, upsetting the heart's rhythm. I remember George, a retired mechanic who couldn't understand why his swelling worsened despite healthy eating. His breakfast of orange juice and bananas, lunch of tomato soup, and evening plate of potatoes seemed innocent. But once we reduced those foods and replaced them with low-potassium options, the swelling eased within weeks. His relief was written all over his face. Sugary treats and sodas bring another danger. They fuel inflammation and worsen diabetes, which is one of the leading causes of kidney disease. Add to that trans fats and fried foods, which strain both the heart and kidneys, and you have a recipe for discomfort. Avoiding these foods isn't about deprivation. It's about creating space for healing, comfort, and energy to return. So often, swelling feels like an unshakable burden, a reminder of what's slipping away. But as we've seen, the choices on your plate can help turn the tide. From the sweetness of berries to the warmth of garlic, each food is a small act of healing, protecting your kidneys and easing your steps. And just as important, avoiding the wrong foods spares your body from further strain. I want you to hold on to this truth. You are never powerless. With every meal, you can protect your kidney, calm the swelling, and reclaim comfort. Change is possible at any age.